Sitting on a front porch in the early morning breeze. Sitting on a front porch, just an old friend and me. Drink a little coffee, read all the local news, talk a little gossip every now and then. Smell that ham cooking in the kitchen, a brand new sunrise in the sky. Sitting on a front porch, minding all your business. What a way to make the day go by.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And good morning and welcome to the Front Porch. My name's Kenny Dean, and it's already a warm day out there, right, buddy?
Sure enough, Buster Brown. I'm Scott Blake.
Hey, let's say we got the man on the phone. Yeah, we got all this black tape over here.
I don't see anything on
Okay.
there.
Reverend Emerson Ware will be with us here in just a little bit, and we appreciate y'all being with us. Kane Presley is in the control room this morning. We hope our buddy Ryan Fuller is feeling better and that he will get to feeling better. And Blake, his lovely wife, we hope you get to feeling better. And my little buddy Holden, he's too fast to be around.
I think you got a light right there.
You got a live one. See if you can hit it. I can't hit it. Well, Reverend Emerson Ware?
Hang on.
One of us to figure this thing out right here.
There
Reverend
we go.
Emerson Ware?
Good morning.
Well, good morning.
Good morning.
We try to figure this phone thing out around here. How's your morning getting off? How's it getting off to a good start, I hope?
But right now it is.
Well, good. I hope it.
I know how it's going to be later.
Look at that picture right there.
Well, I'm telling you, we got the man up, and he's got that look on like, hey, I got this day under control. That's what we're looking at right now, Reverend, with the graphic thought of the day, the one and only Reverend Emerson Ware.
God bless you.
Busy day for you, sir.
Say again?
Is this a busy day for you?
It is. It is.
Hey, let me
Going to Davil and do a little work.
Well, let me ask you this about the cleaners here. What kind of specials? Do y'all run specials different days, or is every day a special?
Well, we run every day. Every day is a special.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I like to hear.
The girls down there, they'll let you know what's going on. I don't want to tell you a lie.
There you go,
Brother, where I told him yesterday your special was bring your britches in, we'll clean your right leg, and your left leg is for free.
There you go.
Yeah.
We can do that.
Okay. All right.
But of course, we're talking about Town and Country, which is located on Cherokee Road Playhouse Cinema. Perfect Peace. Anything? You still don't have a Wednesday night service, do you?
No. We changed it to Tuesday night. We have instead of tonight.
Okay. What time is that?
5 o'clock.
5 o'clock. Okay. I'm glad we brought that up. Well, buddy, I know it's going to be a busy, hot day for you, so we won't hold you up any longer. We'll turn it over to you right now.
Thank you. Our thought for this morning would be about navigating life's bitter waters. Coming from Exodus chapter 15, and we will commence our reading at verse number 22, and it reads on this wise. Then Moses led Israel from the Red Sea, and they went out into the wilderness of Shur, and they went 3 days in the wilderness and found no water. When they came to a little town called Marah, they could not drink the waters of Marah, for the water was bitter, and the people complained. And you know, Scott, Kenny, you can always tell who the leader is by the arrows that he got in his back.
Wow.
They grumble and they complain. And the story goes that when Moses led the Israelites into the wilderness on their path to the promised land, a land that was flowing with milk and honey, they encountered two problems. The first problem they had was no water. No water for several million people in a wilderness could prove to be fatal. And that's why they became excited after 3 days to discover water at Mara. But the second problem was that the water they discovered was undrinkable. And it's hard to go through turbulent times of lack and feelings of defeat. But when it looks like your change is about to come and that things are working out toward the better, and you discover they're actually not working out for you at all. Seems like when you take one step forward, you get knocked 3 steps backwards. But when your life gets bitter or simply doesn't have any taste anymore, Scott and Kenny, it's easy to give up. It's easy to complain. It's easy to lose your trust in God. My grand used to tell me, and I didn't understand it then, she said, boy, you got to take the bitter with the sweet. Now, you and I may not know what it's like to wander in the wilderness, desperate for a drink of water, but we do know what it's like for life to get sour on us. We do know what it's like for life to change on you. And believe me when I tell you, life can change. You can be up today and down today. You can have some money today and broke tomorrow. Life, believe me, can change on, and it will change. We do know what it's like for us to do what the Israelites did. They grumbled and they complained and had doubt as to what God could do. They just saw God open up the Red Sea and water backed up on both sides, and the children walked across the Red Sea on dry shod, on dry land. And they rejoiced when they got on the other side. But the scripture teaches us to walk by faith, not talk by faith. When times get tough, we forget about what God did yesterday. Mm-hmm. We forget about what God has done for us in past time. But faith requires putting your feet in action. Faith in God will teach us how to navigate life's bitter waters. And we got to trust God in spite of how things look. God don't see like we see. The disciples saw 2 fish and 5 loaves of bread. But God saw a fish factory and a bread market.
That's right.
God don't see like we see. And God continuously reminds us of what he done before. So we can be reminded that what he did yesterday, he can do it today. God didn't call us to be bitter, but he called us to be better. God bless you guys, and God keep you is our prayer.
Wow. That was a strong thought of the day.
Very strong.
The fish market. I've never heard it put like that. There's so many things, Reverend, that you share with us that I've never heard, but it always sinks in deeply.
God bless you guys.
God bless you. Have a great day, and I hope you have a great service tonight. And if you can help us get over the hump day tomorrow and join us, we'd appreciate it.
We look forward to it.
Yes, sir.
All right. See ya.
Boy, only Reverend Emerson Ware can put things the way he puts things.
God didn't see 2 pieces of fish and a piece of bread. He saw a fish market and a bakery.
A bakery.
Yeah, a bakery.
I mean, but when he puts it like that, we should be seeing it like that.
Right, exactly.
Really. Hey, Cabot Barden will join us at 7 today. Cabot's a book writer, and he's got a book out now. Writes a lot of westerns. But he's got one out now that is, he's looking for a cast. He's planning on turning it into a movie. So we look forward to hearing from Cabot at 7 this morning. Coach Dave Jennings, former CACC golf coach Dave Jennings, will be out here with us at 7:30 today. Of course, y'all are always our special guest. Kane. Hey, Kane Presley, thank you very much for you get that weather going in there. 73 degrees outside right now, and it's going to be another warm day. And today, 91 Really no chance of rain. I know I've said that before and it poured. But in tonight, about the same thing, 72, mostly clear. Now we're going to have some rain looking like coming in here on Thursday. Tomorrow, slight chance of rain, not much, 91 and 71. It's going to cool off really Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, upper 80s, low 70s. 50-50 chance on Thursday, about a 70%, 70 to 80% chance on Friday, 50% chance on Saturday. Then it slacks off to about a 20% chance on Sunday with a high of 90. There's your 5-day forecast brought to you by some folks we appreciate the heck out of them. In fact, we can even go out on a limb and say we love them. The Yerke family, located on Cherokee Road here in Alexander City. And we'll be right back. Mr. Town and Country, then he said, just leave it up to the girls there. What we're talking about, Town and Country Cleaners. They're located on Cherokee Road, right next to Playhouse Cinema. They are open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. And what's that special they got running now?
If you take your pair of pants up there and get them cleaned and get the right leg cleaned, they'll clean the left leg for free.
Only at Town and Country.
I know it. That's amazing. It's a great deal.
Russell Medical Total Fitness is ready. Are you? Do you have arthritis? They can help. Pilates are for everyone. Ask them about the Silver Sneakers program. Get moving in a class now, or if you prefer, personal training on land and water are available. They have invested in new equipment for you. Invest in yourself with a dedicated and knowledgeable staff. Call today, 256-329-7623.
A1 Lock and Key Service. Owner Bernie Atkinson asked you to keep his number, 256-329-2539, on you at all times. Bernie has a complete locksmith service for auto, business, and residence. He is licensed, bonded, and insured with over 39 years experience. Services include sales, installation, and a 24-hour emergency service. That's what service is all about. 256-329-2539.
The Alex City Parks and Rec Department serves the residents of Alexander City with quality facilities and programs designed to positively affect the lives of our citizens. From youth sports programs to adult activities and our senior center, the Alex City Parks and Rec offers services for all ages. The Cooper Rec Center, Lake Winds Golf Course, and the Senior Activity Center are just some of the great features the Alex City Parks and Rec Department provides for the people of Alex City. For more information on any of our programs, call 256-329-5762. or go to acpr.recdesk.com.
Henderson Towing, Alexander City, 24-hour towing, jump starts, door unlocks, local and long distance towing, heavy duty towing. So let's get old Big Hoss to the rescue today. Here's that number. Now keep it handy. Henderson Towing, 256-392-4554, 256-392-4554. Henderson Towing, 24-hour towing, 256-392-4554.
At Beyond Home Care, we provide in-home care services to individuals needing assistance with activities in their daily lives. We work with each client to provide personalized home care and sitter services. Whether it's assistance with bathing and personal care or an escort to a doctor's appointment, each client receives the individual care they need with the dignity and respect they deserve. Give us a call today at 256-414-6090 or visit us online at beyondhomecareal.com.
Tiny Homes by Wind Creek now renting. Sleepy 4, full kitchen, private fishing pond, boat charging station, and pet friendly. Call today, 256-935-9337 or tinyhomesbywindcreek.com. Located in beautiful small town USA, Alexander City, Alabama, on Highway 63 South, turning into Wind Creek State Park. And there they sit, ready for you to sit on their front porch. All right, we got a clue. We got a Keys to Summer clue going on right now with Clyde Country 97.5. Here it is. 10 keys remain, and it's time to play. 6 keys lie in Dayville area of play. America's favorite pastime will make the keys wind. 2 batting cages on the grounds you'll find. 2 cubbies and their dugouts. First and third baselines. 1 for the power hitters at the pole for power you'll find, and look to the base of the scoreboard for the final find.
I need a GPS to find that.
I want you to read it. Read that for a second.
Good gracious.
That's stressing me out.
Is it the top paragraph?
Yeah.
Let me put my light on it where I can see it. 10 keys remain, and it's time to play. 6 keys lie in Dayville's area of play. America's favorite pastime will make the keys wind. 2 batting cages on the grounds you'll find. 2 cubbies and the dugouts. First and third base lines. 1 for the power hitters at the pole for power you'll find. And look to the base of the scoreboard for the final find.
Okay, you heard it first right here.
2 cubbies. There ain't but 1 cubby.
Yeah, you're right about that. Steve Culbertson.
Yeah.
Hey, I talked to Benny Stevens yesterday. You know Benny, we worked for Red Flag Pest Control, and I was in Cloud 9. And good morning to you there, Mr. Amanda Sullivan, and all the girls at Cloud 9. But he said something to me, and other people have said it, and I need to do a better job, and I want you to help me to do a better job. It's when we have guests on here, we may introduce them to start with, and especially if you're listening on Clyde Country 97.5, they're out here for 30 minutes, you didn't hear who it was. They may recognize that voice, but they don't know who it is because I never say their name again.
You know, I was watching an old football game. It's kind of the same thing. You know, like on ESPN, they show these games from 1987. You know how we watch a game now, and it shows you the clock and the score, the quarter, everything's right there. Well, back then they didn't do that.
Yep.
You had to wait for them to either post it right before a commercial, or the commentator tell you the score. And it's the same thing. If we're sitting out here and they don't, you don't see who it is, you're right. You might want to go and here we're back out here with Joe Bob.
Benny Stevens. Yeah. Thank you so much.
That is pretty good, though.
And like I say, you're not the first, and I should have already been doing a better job of it. But I get so comfortable out here with our guests, and I get comfortable here on the show. I'm slouchy with the way I sit out here, but I enjoy just sitting out here and carrying on a conversation. But Benny Stevens, I mentioned your name a bunch. I appreciate you telling me that, and I certainly will try.
I think he was a drum major in high school way back when.
Wow, I don't know.
I think he was.
I don't know. Mike Carlisle volunteered at the hospital. He puts about 100 hours in. But I always, the thing about when you go into the hospital, Russell Medical, you go through those doors, and that big old desk that sits right here, most of the time you're going to see Mike Carlisle. Mike Carlisle, and this is what you see first.
Just nothing but a big old smile. And so before he says anything to you, you're already feeling better. Do you agree with that? Makes sense to you?
He's a happy person.
Yeah. And he's not happy, crazy happy.
No. He's just happy.
Sincerely happy person, and he does an excellent job.
So you done gone down the wrong road. I was saying he was a happy, meaning a jolly person, and you said he wasn't crazy.
Well, I don't know about crazy,
Yeah.
Mike. I'm gonna let you answer that. But you're right about that. And here comes old hobbling Willie, Willie the chef out there. And I ain't know it, but Willie Wright, he's been at the Doc's cafeteria for 20 years. He just had a heart attack a few years ago. Not a few years ago, a few weeks ago. So, buddy,
Wow.
hope you're doing a whole lot better. He said he was. We'll hope that you continue. In fact, he's back at work. Had a stent put in. So
You can't keep a good man down.
no. And Lila Force, Lila Blankenship Force. She was over there in the gift shop. Let me tell you something. If you haven't been in that gift shop at Russell Medical in a while, you ought to stop in today. It's right when you go in on the left. It is packed with a lot of good-looking merchandise, but the way those girls package it and display it, it's clean, it's bright, it's inviting. So go by and see the girls at the Russell Medical gift shop in Alexander City.
We have assembled an entourage online this morning. Walter Coley, Robert Reams, Jim Hardy, Diane Tucker-Riccio.
Good morning, Diane.
Walter Coley. It says he's watching it 3 times. He punched the button 3 times.
Walter, I'm gonna call you out one more time. In fact, I'm gonna put you in charge of this. You're in charge of
I
getting
may
Walter
see him
Coley.
Thursday night. I'm gonna get him.
You are in charge of getting Walter Coley out here.
We do the Uncle Sam. We won't shoot.
Yeah, we do. We do want you. Melissa Edwards with the auxiliary that gets volunteers together. In fact, they're pushing 100 volunteers at Russell Medical now, so that's getting back to where it used to be. But she'll be back to work today.
The little bird told me last night.
Oh, really?
She's back
Okay,
to
good.
work. Yeah.
Good. Looking forward to
4
her.
weeks post-op.
Yeah, she had some knee surgery, and you can't keep a good girl down, especially Melissa. Got one of the best attitudes in life. Melissa lost her husband a few years back, and I know that took its a toll on her. But boy, she picked herself up, and she gets out there, and I know she's looking forward to getting back to walking. Now, you talking about a power walker? That girl knows she's a power walker.
I pulled up beside her one day. She was walking down the main drag behind the hospital.
Yeah.
And I just rolled my window down, told her to pick it up a little bit. And I looked down, and I was already in second gear. And the car was in second, kept trying to keep up with her.
Yeah, no, it's hard. Now, my power walk, it ain't near as powerful as it used to. Me and Tom Young went walking Sunday morning, and then he ran over there from his house. Of course, he lives in Pam, living downtown Alex City, so he ran over where we met on Broad Street, and when he left running back home, it hurt me. Not heart wise, but it just to watch him. You just can't call it a run. It's just not. It's it's pounding pavement.
Okay.
That's the best way. And
I may need him one day, so I ain't gonna talk bad about him.
Lord.
It's heat, it's hot.
Yeah.
You know how hot it is. I walked out this morning and you
I know.
feel it just hit you.
I know.
But they're having on July 17th at Jake's Main Street is having what they're calling Beat the Heat Bingo. July 17th, 6 to 8 p.m. at Jake's. $5. I need to bring my readers out here. $5 for regular.
As big as that is, you need readers.
Well, it's kind of weird font. I don't know. Let me talk, okay? Just
Excuse me.
Buster Brown.
Font.
You got your little shoes with you, like Buster Brown.
I got my little shoes on.
I know, but you remember Buster Brown?
Oh yeah, I remember
Okay.
Buster Brown.
For regular.
Where he's from?
Uh-uh.
I don't either.
I don't know. Why you
Won't
call
you
you
read? Won't you read
$5 for regular bingo cards, 10 rounds, and then there's a $10 jackpot round.
Jackpot.
Yeah, and the pot will be 50% of the jackpot sales. So you might could win some money on July 17th from 6 to 8 at Jake's. Also at Jake's on August 16th, we hadn't talked about this in about a week, the LC Arts fundraiser.
You got a flyer on that?
I do not have one in here, but they've got one.
If you want a good cheeseburger, hamburger, check out the hubcap there at Jake's. It is a enough a big old burger. I like old Jake. I just he's a big Arkansas fan.
He is. Well, you gonna let me talk about finish what I was talking about?
I thought you was looking for it. So.
No, I don't have it in there, but we have it on the screen.
Bossy this morning.
Yeah. Stay in your lane. But anyways, August 16th, fundraiser for Hell City Arts Council. The Charles Forbes Band will be performing 7 to 10 that night. If you come, it's $60. If you want to sit outside, $75 inside.
Oh, there you go.
There it is right there. Man,
Kane, man.
All right. August 16th, 6 to 10 p.m. We're going to eat at 6 o'clock. You're going to get a nice piece of filet, beef tenderloin with all the fixings. And it's going to be a fun time, raise money for Elk City Arts Council. The Arts Council brings in a ton of different acts during the year. We start in September, October, go through April. We've got a lot of fun acts coming in. We got comedians. We got an Elvis impersonator with a 13-piece band coming in February. And Sean Dietrich coming in October with 3 on the Strings.
Is that Sean in the South?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. He was here a couple of years ago, packed out Betty Carroll Graham. It was packed. But y'all, August 16th, come and be part of our fundraiser. It's going to be a lot of fun.
We'll be right back. You're looking for chairs. I'm just talking about just regular old, not cane back, wooden back chairs. They got 4 of them. At least they had them yesterday. They got a great selection of couches down there. And I tell you what they got a lot of is just sit-em-arounds. You know what a sit-em-around is? You got all this, maybe a table, and you need something in besides just looking empty. Just go down there and see what they got. They go surprise you at the Salvation Army, 6800 US 280.
We are a debt relief agency. We help people file Chapter 7 and Chapter 13 under the Bankruptcy Code.
This is Marcia Mason, your local Lake Martin bankruptcy and Social Security disability attorney. Mason Law Firm is located at 217 Madison Street in Alexander City. Call 256-329-1313 to schedule your appointment today. All initial consultations are free and strictly confidential.
No representation is made that the quality of legal services to be provided is greater than that of other attorneys.
Did you know that Dixie Electric Plumbing and Air service fee is good for 30 days for all 4 trades? That's right. If we service your home's electric, plumbing, HVAC, or garage doors, we will come back within 30 days for any of the 4 trades at no additional cost to you. A licensed and trained Dixie technician will service your home with our signature warehouse on wheels, and all work will be backed by our 100% satisfaction guarantee. What are you waiting for?
Central Alabama. This is our home. It's where we work, where we play, where we raise our families and grow old. And in the unfortunate event we become sick with cancer, thanks to UAB Medicine Russell Medical Cancer Center, this is where we heal also. We have invested in new technologies and expertise so that now we're able to treat all sorts of cancers and you never have to leave Tallapoosa County. UAB Medicine Russell Medical Cancer Center. Compassionate, convenient, collaborative cancer care right here at home.
Looking to transform your outdoor space? Look no further than Bama Sheds. As a family-owned and operated business, we understand your needs. That's why we offer no credit check, rent-to-own options. Enjoy free delivery and setup within 35 miles of our 4 convenient locations. Whether you need a shed, pole barn, garage, or carport, we've got you covered. Visit our website at bamasheds.com or call 256-268-8484. Bama Sheds, where quality meets affordability and your outdoor dreams become reality.
Farmers and Merchants Bank of Dadeville is building a foundation of strength and trust in the entire Lake Martin community. With our modern branch in Dadeville and caring, attentive staff, we've established Farmers and Merchants Bank as a reliable friend to your banking needs. Whether it's just a savings or checking account or any commercial, auto, or real estate loan, Farmers has local decision-making to build a relationship with you and your needs. Farmers and Merchants Community Bank. Strength, service, community.
Inspired by the bold bison, Southern Union students blaze new trails every single day. They press forward knowing their SU education will lead them to success. Affordable, accessible, and locally unparalleled. Whether you're transitioning to a university or launching straight into a lucrative career, a degree from SU SEC can help you blaze your path. 3 locations, dedicated faculty and staff, endless possibilities. It's all waiting for you at Southern Union. It's time to venture forward. Register today.
Craving something convenient and delicious? Well, head over to Lake Martin Pizza Company, Highway 63 in Alex City. Lake Martin Pizza on 63 is always serving up mouth-watering pizza made from the freshest ingredients. From classic pepperoni to their signature specials loaded with fresh vegetables and savory meats, there's something for everyone in the whole family. The cozy outdoor dining area is the perfect spot to enjoy a meal together and enjoy live entertainment. Or grab yours to go. Lake Martin Pizza Company on Highway 63, where great food and great times are always just a slice away.
Okay, welcome to Chick-fil-A. What do you have, sir?
What do I have is number 4. That's the 3. You can get a 3 or a 4 count. I get a 3 count, trying to cut back a little bit. But I get Polynesian and buffalo sauce and mix it together. That's the best thing goes on those chicken fingers there. And a sweet tea, and you get the waffle fries with it. And what tops it all off is Miss Mary Jane and Anna. I know Lois Ann runs the place, and she owns it, and she's in charge. But Miss Anna and Miss Mary Jane, at lunchtime, they got it going on there at Chick-fil-A right there on 280 in Alexander City. Go by there and see them. I do all the time.
Thank you for calling those ladies out. They deserve it. Anytime anybody deserves it, talk about them. Like the farmers market this coming Saturday morning, they'll be there from 7 until 11. And you'll have 2 more farmers markets after they finish up this coming Saturday. So if you're still wanting to load up at the Mans, I know they're coming off like crazy. And I was talking to Emily and Ricky the other day, and so much of their stuff there, okra, that I had something last night. Oh my goodness, Ellen, and she didn't really feel like it.
Was it fried or stewed?
Fried okra and fried green tomatoes that she cuts up in little chunks. And I'm still eating off that pork chop. Not pork chop, but I told you what I cooked on the grill the other night. Country style ribs.
Okay, I got you.
Plain they good. And then about a half dozen of those cayenne peppers from Man Farm. But their okra and watermelon, I think they said, won't be off to later on. It was something else, okra and something else that won't be coming off to later on. But we'll find out if they want to be selling that somewhere.
You like boiled okra?
I like it boiled, stewed, kind of like Bubba Gump.
Yeah. We got fried okra, boiled okra, stewed okra.
A lot of folks don't like
okra.
Boiled.
I love boiled okra. I do. It's a little slimy, but I like it.
Slime don't bother me.
Pickled in a salad, pickled okra too. Those little pieces.
Yeah.
That might be my favorite way to eat okra.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. What's the one from Dadeville that they sold out? The pickles over there,
Wickles.
Wickles, they have some. And all theirs are a little spicy, which it doesn't bother me one bit. Bingo this coming Saturday, no, this coming Thursday night at the Elks Lodge. Theresa Young. I know I'm probably not supposed to be telling this, but she went to Dr. Sublett yesterday just for her regular checkup, and she had just got off the treadmill. You know, they'll crank that thing up on you.
They'll get you.
Oh my goodness, she was whipped, but had a good. She's always just a good person to talk to have a good laugh with.
I saw her, and her husband, Mr. Dave, on 4th of July.
Where?
Down at the lake. They were at David Harris' place down at the lake. There's their neighbor down there shoots.
Was Matt there?
He
don't invite poor Matt. He had to stay at home that day by himself.
They didn't want him down there. He was on the other side of the world. But
That's brothers and sisters.
But the neighbor down there has this big cannon, and they shoot it off every 4th of July.
I wonder who that is.
Oh gosh.
No, Ben Russell used to have a big old
this
cannon.
guy, he's a retired veterinarian professor at Auburn, Mississippi State. Doc Michael.
Severson?
No, not
He had a
no.
birthday yesterday.
Oh, really? He's got to be 80-something years old.
Probably is.
But that cannon, they had a crowd out there. It's a tradition on 4th of July.
Is it a real cannon? Like
I got video. I need to put the video up there.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Wow.
I even did it in slow motion. And
shoot a musket out? I mean, a musket
yeah,
ball?
there people lined up on the lake because they knew he has a siren and go, like that right there.
You get doing the dogs, you get to howling.
You hear that, and it means it's fixing to go boom. And at 12 o'clock on 4th of July every year, and that sucker shook the earth. I mean, I can't imagine.
Do they do it at a particular time of the day or night?
12 o'clock. Yeah, noon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Noon.
Did you say that?
I did.
Okay, I missed it.
It went right over that way. But anyways, they were having a good time down there.
Well, good.
Yeah.
I was when you started doing that I got thinking. Every time the sirens go off downtown Alexander City, Candy and Brian's black lab. Mm-hmm. Old Duke getting some age on him, but no matter. I guess he'll be just as soon as they start, he gets. He'll do that till they quit.
So does it hurt their ears, or they just want to go along howl with it? I don't understand.
I've not
that.
talked to him about that. I'll talk to Duke about that next time
I'll be concerned.
Conversation.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of dogs, 101 Dalmatians. Yep. Act 2 presents a play with kids July 18th, 19th, and 20th, 6 p.m. on the 18th and 19th, and 2 p.m. He is quick clawed in there. Going to be over at the Benjamin Russell High School Auditorium on the 18th, 19th, and the 20th. There are the times and dates. Y'all go and that show's just gone to the dogs, I guess.
Well, let me tell you something. There's a lot of work that goes on behind this, and everybody I won't start naming names, but that put this on from Act 2. We thank you, all the people behind the scene, the ones that do the acting, the children, the adults that do this. Anytime you are going to go out for and be a part of this, it's a commitment. Mm-hmm. I mean, you got to go. You got a lot of tryouts and a lot of practices.
Practices.
Were you ever in a play?
I've done musicals, a lot of musicals.
But how about just a acting play?
Mm-mm. No, just I don't. I'd like to sing. I'd rather sing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And but you act in those musicals. You had lines you had to say. Mm-hmm. You know.
What's one you had to say some lines in?
The Wells Fargo wagon's coming.
Oh, you can do it better than that.
Well, I mean, the Wells Fargo wagon's coming.
I'll see that.
Oh, the Wells Fargo wagon is coming down the street. But you never heard that song? Come on.
And Dale Robertson with Wells Fargo. It's a series. It's really a good series. Dale Robertson, he was a good horseman. He was he not just on the set, but off set too. But he had the biggest hair I've seen. It's kind of like Conway Twitty.
Biggest hair.
Yeah, I'm talking about when he put that hat on, he couldn't set it down and pull it down because it kind of set up there, kind of like Howdy Doody. Spring cleaning, let's say summer cleaning going on at the D.M. Russell Library. They'd love to get your gently used books, audio books, or DVDs. Talked to Will Dean last night, my son. They are back from visiting Dylan and Lauren in Alaska. I can't wait to hear about the whole story. But he said he could not wait until 8:30 came last night. Mm-hmm. It gets dark, and he's going to bed. See, out there,
it doesn't get dark this time of year.
No, I mean, they're 3 hours difference. So right now it's 6:38. It's 3:38
in the morning. Yeah,
and probably the sun's still up. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's about 3 o'clock in the morning. And so he said, you can't get used to it in a week's time.
Well,
They went up a lot.
The church group's been out there on some mission trips. They talk about the mosquitoes, how big they are out there.
Really?
Yeah. I have a thing about mosquitoes, I guess. But
well, what's this with you and mosquitoes?
I don't know.
I mean, I've just never
blood-sucking things. I don't like them at all.
Never had a mosquito out here till you came ambling out here, and you've been killing them ever since.
I know. That one came right here a while ago.
I see them.
Yeah.
I've got a thought for today I'm going to hold on to because it's not time for me to do the thought for today. Wellness Center of Lake Martin, Dadeville, Alabama. Swim lessons, or you can sign up now, 3 years old and older. We'll talk about this right now. 2-week sessions start July the 21st. You've been an instructor before.
I have.
I know you would highly tell folks to do this, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you can't swim and you live here,
yeah,
you need to go learn how to swim.
Yeah, good.
There's creeks, there's lakes, there's
Is that
ponds.
thing you're talking about right there? No, it's something else.
Yeah, something
else. We'll be right back. Lake Martin Day Area Chamber of Commerce. May I help you? That's Molly, by golly, answering the phone. It's usually answering the phone when you call to get signed up for their quarterly luncheon, which is July the 15th, next Tuesday. Me and Scott are going to it. It's at noon. It's going to be at the Mitchell House. Looking forward to seeing folks there. Looking forward to eating there, too. Lake Martin Dadeville Area Chamber of Commerce. Their number to call is 256-825-4019.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area a team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
The best lakefront properties don't happen by accident. They're designed, crafted, and built to perfection. Trusted for over 35 years, Lakescape creates breathtaking waterfront retreats built to impress and made to last a lifetime. From your mailbox to the end of your dock, we are the single source answer to design, build, and maintain your dream lakescape. It all starts at lakescape.com.
Jim's Pharmacy at the Lake, located on Highway 49 South in Dadeville, home owned and operated by Jim Clanton, has an experienced staff that is all about your wellness, offering the convenient packaging, help keep your medicines organized. Jim's Pharmacy also has a great gift selection like pecans, socks, lake t-shirts, open Monday through Friday, 9 to 6, 9 to 2 on Saturday. Give us a call at 256-373-3449.
Amanda Scroggins with RE/MAX Around the Lake will cover every inch of Lake Martin's 880 miles of shoreline to find your family's dream home. Amanda's experience is top-notch, and she is consistently a top 10 RE/MAX agent in the state of Alabama. Her love for her clients is sincere and from the heart. Call her today at 256-749-6634 or visit her website, amandascroggins.com today.
Hi, I'm Randy Dawkins, Tallapoosa County President at Riverbank and Trust. In our community, we're the one-stop shop for real estate, mortgage, and construction loans. Folks know they can trust us to find the best loan option for their needs, and that we'll personally guide them through the entire process, even by text. And since we're local, decisions are made quickly. We make lending simple.
Serving East Central Alabama since 2005, we are Coosa Valley Respiratory and Home Medical of Sylacauga. Coosa Valley Respiratory has medical equipment and supplies, including oxygen to home ventilation services. We carry a full line of bracing, power chairs, scooters, and more. And when you trust Coosa Valley Respiratory, you are dealing with local people that care about your well-being. Providing quality home care for our community, Coosa Valley Respiratory and Home Medical, 201 West Fort William, Sylacauga. Give us a call at 256-245-1411.
Triple R Cafe in downtown Rockford is where it's located. Now, you're looking at the outside right now. Let's come on in on the inside. Let's check out the hot bar. And let me tell you about this. Award-winning fried chicken. They do fried chicken like it's supposed to be done. How about this pork chop right here? They're open Monday through Saturday. They cater also. That's Triple R Cafe, downtown Rockford, Alabama. Welcome back to Front Porch, and good morning to you, Barbara Sokol. Hope you're doing well this morning. We think, and her dog is 2.5 years old now.
That's right. He learned to howl as a pup, she said.
Oh, really? Okay,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
What she said there.
What was your first dog? You remember? What kind? What was his name?
I can't remember. We had a white German Shepherd, and I cannot remember her name. What?
Love you, Miss Barbara.
What she said? No, I got you.
I'm not
I
gonna
got you.
say.
When I was a kid, we lived by Scotty Foshee. I guess that's why he wants to get on to me, because he thinks
Get on him,
he can
Scott.
get on to.
Hey, man.
But I remember she had puppies. I was probably 5 years old, and she wouldn't let people around her puppies except for me. I could crawl in the dog box and play with the puppies. And
What kind of dog was
it? Was a white German Shepherd.
White.
Yeah, I just said that. I did. I think that hair on your head's messed you up today.
I don't pay attention.
Lord have mercy. Hey, my children are watching up in Nashville.
Good morning.
Yeah, Chad and Lyndon.
Hey, Chad and Lyndon.
Yeah.
Coach.
Yeah, I know. They're he coached your grandson.
Sure did.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah, I can't remember her name. Why can't I remember her name?
Who?
My dog, my first dog.
Oh.
You know.
Whitey?
Something like that. You know, probably Flash or something. I don't know. But
A white German Shepherd.
Just pretty dog.
I'm trying to remember if somebody had a white German Shepherd that I knew of. I can't come to.
We called her a German Shepherd because she looked like one. I bet she was mixed.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then my favorite dog ever, he died 8-9 years ago, maybe. His name was Hank. He was a pound puppy. He had a lot of shepherd in him. He was totally black. He had one ear that went up, one ear went down, and he
worked out pretty good for him.
He died of E. coli.
Really?
He would catch ground squirrels.
Yeah.
And kill them, and they got a hold of him.
I guess our favorite dog was a golden retriever, the very first one we had. Got it from Jerry McGill. It was just a sweet dog, Jesse. That's a good dog. But what I would get another, you should never say never. I'd never plan on getting another dog. I'm just not and I'm not saying this against anybody, because I know there's a lot of dog lovers out there, and I appreciate you. But it's just not, I don't want the responsibility. I think that's the biggest
We
thing.
are dog sitting right now for Chad and Lyndon. We have Lido and we have Winston. And Lido's a little foo-foo dog, and Winston's been golden retriever. And so Lido's in the bed with Cindy right now.
Let me tell you, if you ever ask me to babysit your dog, I'll just say no. I tell you what, Riddle, my sister, Deanna, one of their daughters, gave Dia for her birthday a few years ago a Chihuahua. Dia told her, I don't want that Chihuahua.
Did he talk Mexican, like Taco Bell?
No Chihuahua or anything like that.
Yeah.
So they wound up keeping it. I think they just did it because they wanted to keep it themselves anyway.
They're feisty little things.
Oh. Yeah. But they got a big old, what's that big old great, they got a big, I think it's a Great Dane.
Have a Chihuahua in it?
Yeah.
I bet the Chihuahua tells the Great Dane what to do.
Probably so. Lake Martin-Dayville Area Chamber of Tallapoosa County Tourism presents the second annual Dinner on the Square, Tuesday, August the 9th. Seating times are 5, 5:40, and 6:20. $75 per person, includes 2 drink tickets. To learn more about it, you can always get in touch with Chamber of Commerce at 256-825-4019. This is similar. Is this similar to what y'all are doing?
Yeah, that's actually Tuesday the 19th, right after hours in town. Yeah.
I know they've done this before, and it was big time successful.
Right. Well, we hope that mosquito just flew in front of you again. There he is, right there.
Where?
Right there. He's like right in front of you. No,
I ain't seen him.
you ain't that fast. But anyway, yeah, it's. We hope ours is successful downtown, and I hope theirs is successful too.
And both of them.
Both of them will be.
Both of them will.
Yeah.
Here's another. This is a Alex City Chamber of Commerce event, Friday, August the 8th. This is limited teams. This is four-person scramble. Let me see. Just get in touch with the Alex City Chamber of Commerce about this. And you know what? August the 8th will be here real soon. In fact, when this occurs, school will be back in. Believe it or not. Now, I think we talked about this before, but let me ask you. When you were going to school, of course, I'm older than you, but did you start back, go to school on Friday, and then there was Labor Day weekend, and you start back on Tuesday?
Every year.
Okay.
You went on Friday, and you kind of got your classes.
Yeah.
Can you smell that box of crayons and all the stuff you had to start school with? You had in
we
grade
didn't have
school?
crayons.
You probably just ate them. But anyways, you had to go to Edco and get your school supplies.
Edco.
Yeah, and I can smell that box of school supplies. Yeah. But you go on Friday and get organized, and then you go play for the Labor Day weekend, and then come back Tuesday morning. It was on.
Magdalene Whaley is going through their house and just cleaning out stuff that WW and his sister Genevieve have accumulated, and a lot of it's just brand new stuff. So she sells it online. So you got like an online yard sale,
marketplace type. Yeah.
And just sell it dirt cheap. But then I saw the trash truck. I said, "Man, you cannot get rid of the trash truck." That was me and my buddy's favorite show to watch, and we love the trash truck. He loves to watch. And she says, "The end of an era." When she said that, broke my heart.
That generation's cold. They just cold.
Golly, but it's amazing.
They just throw stuff away.
Stick McDaniel, you were right. People, more and more places to, and they're building them everywhere. Just to put stuff in, storage places. And like he told Larry Morris, he said, the people buy stuff all the time. It's just stuff, and then they gotta get rid of the stuff.
Speaking of that,
John McKelvey's
man, we are good at segueing, aren't we?
John McKelvey's gonna be out here Thursday. When you're be here to talk about that.
Throwaway day. If you got stuff that you don't want to have in your attic, in your basement, or in your living room, or wherever, you can throw it away. Here are 3 opportunities here in Tallapoosa County: July 14th and 15th, Union Community Center and the Double Bridges Highway on Highway 63, July 16th and 17th, Youngs Ferry and Mulligan intersection and Old Davidson School, and then July 18th through the 20th, Alex City Annex over on Lee Street. So if you got stuff to chunk, I've taken advantage of that before.
Yeah. Let me tell you what. That song, it reminds me of that song Jamie Johnson, "Just Give It Away."
Oh yeah.
That he wrote, and that was his big first hit.
Oh yeah.
And when he went up to accept his thing for that night with Bill Anderson, he said, you know how he said, "I want to thank my wife for divorcing me." That's where the song came from. Hey, we'll be right back. All right, let's talk Coons Corner. Breakfast right now, because they serve breakfast from 4:30 to 10. 10:30, they'll start serving lunch, and this is your lineup for the menu today: fried chicken, mac and cheese, hash brown casserole, mixed greens, black-eyed peas, fried okra, and strawberry cobbler at Coons Corner Deli.
Worthy and Mitchell Insurance now has the Cancer Answer. Our plans cover radiation and chemo treatments, surgery benefits, skin cancer. 30 specified diseases are covered. Our plan also has a return of premium benefit if not used. Call Skipper Worthy or Terry Mitchell today.
Planning for the future is one of the greatest gifts we can give our loved ones. At Langley Funeral Home and Radney Funeral Home, we are here to guide you with compassion, helping you make choices that bring peace of mind. Pre-planning means your wishes are honored and your family is free to focus on what truly matters, cherishing every memory. Because love, care, and dignity should last a lifetime. Langley Funeral Home and Radney Funeral Home, here for you, always.
Obituaries this morning brought to you by Radney and Langley Funeral Home. Funeral service for Mr. Levi Clayton Worthington, 9 of Dadeville, Alabama, will be Friday, July the 11th at 1 p.m. at the Chapel of Langley Funeral Home. Burial will follow in the Roxana Cemetery. The family will receive friends on Thursday, July 10th from 5 to 7 p.m. at Langley Funeral Home. A celebration of life for Miss Linda Sue Eason Jones of Jackson's Gap will be Saturday, July 12th at 1:30 at Cornerstone Global Methodist Church. The family will receive friends on Saturday the 12th from 11:30 to 1 p.m. at Cornerstone Global Methodist Church. Funeral service for Mr. Richard Dick Charles Underkoffler, 86 of Alexander City, will be Wednesday, July 9th at 11 a.m. at the Chapel of Radney Funeral Home. Burial will follow in the Hillview Memorial Park. The family will receive friends on Wednesday, July 9th from 9:30 to 10:30 a.m. at Radney Funeral Home. Funeral services for Miss Virginia, commonly known as Miss Jenny McGee of Jackson's Gap, will be held Wednesday, July 9th at the Radney Funeral Home at 3 p.m. Burial will follow in the Alexander City Cemetery following the service. The family will receive visitors from 1 p.m. to 2:30 at Radney Funeral Home. Funeral service for Mr. Raymond Glenn Hendricks, 66 of Goodwater, will be Tuesday, July 8th at 12 p.m. at the Chapel of Radney Funeral Home. The family will receive friends, or they received friends last night from 5 to 8 at Radney Funeral Home. As always, our thoughts and prayers go out to all these families who have lost their loved ones, and we'll be right back.
Worthy and Mitchell Insurance is now offering medical insurance. We offer $5 million lifetime maximum per policy. You can customize a plan to fit your healthcare and budget needs. Use any doctor or hospital of your choice. Call Skipper Worthy or Terry Mitchell today.
About an hour ago, Theo airballed the game-winning shot. But with the Zaxby Sauce Boss box, he's dunking all over these fools.
Welcome to Dunk City. I'm the mayor and the sheriff.
Who's got the sauce?
When you want quality, selection, price, superior financing, and a pain-free buying experience, look no further than Sons Automotive Group of Montgomery and Auburn. Sons of Montgomery offers the best selection of Kias, Chryslers, Dodges, Jeeps, and Ram trucks. Conveniently located on Eastern Boulevard, Sons Ford of Auburn is the region's Ford volume dealer. And when you shop at any Sons location, they will maximize all incentives and financing options for anyone's credit. Whether Kia, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram in Montgomery, or Ford in Auburn, Sons Automotive treats you like family because they are family driven.
Experience the freedom of mobility with Arise, our safe and clean public transportation serving all of Tallapoosa County. Keep your independence and leave the driving to us. Our handicapped accessible vehicles provide affordable fares based on age and distance. A mobile community is a thriving community. Wherever you need to go, we'll take you there. Call 256-329-8444 to schedule your trip today. Arise, your ride to a better life.
The Sure Shot Outdoors is located on Highway 280 in Alexander City across from Chick-fil-A. sporting goods store that always has a great selection of footwear, men's and ladies apparel, cookware for camping and home, firearms and shells year-round. Also, online store with financing is available. Owner Scott Watson invites you to come by today to see what the Sure Shot Outdoors has to offer you. Again, the Sure Shot, Highway 280, Alexander City.
Whether it's Lake Martin, Lay Lake, or Logan Martin, boaters from all over the state of Alabama come to Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama, because it's worth the drive. With the best deals on unbeatable Suzuki outboards and a great pre-owned inventory while they last. Alex City Marine is the pros the locals know. And no matter where you're from, when you're here, you're local to us. Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama. AlexCityMarine.com.
Grace's Flowers on Hillaby Street has been a staple here for decades, taking care of our community families from prom time, wedding days, picking up a friend on a bad day, happy times and sad times. Grace's is involved in our community with more than just beautiful flower arrangements, but also the love they put in them. Keep this number handy, 256-234-4238 for Grace's Flowers in Alexander City. Call 256-234-4238.
This spring and summer, make your land, farming, lawn, and landscaping needs have zero risk and 100% success with Lake Martin Tractor and Outdoor. With 0% financing on all our Mahindra tractors, many with up to 84-month terms. Our inventory of Mahindra tractors and farm implements is beefed up, and more are coming in daily. We also have extended 0% terms on Spartan mowers to handle your mowing needs with the best and zero-turn mowers priced to move. At Lake Martin Tractor and Outdoor, your authorized Mahindra and Spartan dealer.
Here we talking about Me Mama's Grub Hub over in Dayville on South Street. Let me tell you something, folks. Do you like just good old country cooking? I'm talking about just good old country cooking that you grew up on, or maybe you didn't grow up on it. Well, I'd grow up on it now, and Me Mama's Grub Hub in downtown Dayville can do just that for you. Go eat with them today for lunch. I'm just getting hungry talking about all this. Cabot Barden with us out here, no stranger to the front porch, been coming out here for years, talking about books that you have written.
Yep.
And now you've got one that Mel Gibson is wanting you to do a pilot on, so possibly turn it into a motion picture. Wow. Yep. Was that a surprise? How did that come about?
I had sent him a copy of I Will Warn No More, my bestseller, about 5 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And last year in January, he called me and said, "We're interested in your book. We'd like to do a movie on it, but we want to get the movie rights to your book." And I said, "Okay, no problem with that." But at the time, I couldn't do anything about it because my wife was sick and dying.
Right.
And she passed away in
She's
May.
come out here with you many times.
Yep. And when Libby passed away in August, they called me back and said, "We're still interested." I said, "Well, I am now.
Mm-hmm.
You got my full attention." So I was in Texas at the time. And so I got together with Tom Roberts, and he's co-producing this movie we're making. We're making a pilot movie. They said, if we'll make a pilot movie, I said, "Why don't you just read the book?" They said, "No, we'd rather have the pilot movie. If it goes over good, then we'll take it to the next level." I said, "Okay." So we're doing the pilot movie now.
When you do a pilot movie, how long is a pilot movie? Is that more or less just a condensed?
Yeah, it's a condensed version of the book. This one's about 25, 30 minutes long.
Okay.
And so far we shot the scenes around what's supposed to be Fort Leslie, and then we shoot the scenes around Horseshoe Bend.
Oh, so everything's been shot around this area, Tallapoosa County?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yep.
Have you talked to tourism about it?
No, I haven't.
You need to talk to Sandra Fuller with tourism.
Okay.
They may be able to I mean, because it would be, you're talking about huge. I mean, you know, if that goes like you hope it will.
Yeah.
I mean, and then for them to come in here, that could that could change the dynamics
Yep.
around here.
Yeah, one of the main scenes in the book after Horseshoe Bend is Salakta, the main character, and two of his buddies come down here to the Hillaby area to save a Indian village that's a bunch of white men trying to kill off the Indians because they want to get the gold that's in the mountains nearby.
Right.
And so there's a possibility we might shoot a few scenes in Alexander City area.
I guess when you would talk about the Horseshoe Bend National Military Park, that could be some issues there, I would think, because that's a national.
Yeah. So what we're having to do with that is we're shooting a lot of scenes at the grist mill in Childersburg because it's got the creek and all that behind it. And it's real good background for the movie. So that way I don't get into trouble with legalities with Horseshoe Bend or Fort Toulouse. Because Fort Toulouse is the only thing close to what Fort Leslie was like. So that's.
Tell me what Fort Leslie. What are you talking about when you say Fort Leslie?
Fort Leslie was in Talladega. It was a trading post to start with. Alexander Leslie owned it.
Real place.
Yeah.
Okay.
And when they found out about the massacre at Mims Fort down here, Fort Mims, they built a fort around the trading post. And Red Eagle and about 1,000 Indians showed up at the fort and told them they're going to burn it down if they don't turn over the white men. So Salakta snuck out of the fort dressed in a hogskin, head and all, and went up to Ohatchee. He and his buddy Jim Pipe ran up to Ohatchee where Andrew Jackson was and got him and Davy Crockett and 2,000 soldiers to march back down to Fort Leslie.
True stuff.
True stuff. This is his real story. I found this in the archives of the library in Talladega, and I thought, this needs to be a novel. This is just too good not to be a novel. So I turned it into a novel, and it was my bestseller. And so, anyway, it ended up on Mel Gibson's desk, and they called me up and said, let's do this. I said, okay. So Tom Roberts and I are putting it together right now.
What do you need from us? I mean, what do you need from the audience?
I need Indians. I need folks to play Indians. I've got plenty of soldiers. We shot the soldier scenes 2 weeks ago on Sunday.
Men, women, children?
Mostly men. We can use some women and children for the Indians in the background for the scenes around Horseshoe Bend that we're going to shoot. But the main thing we need is more Braves, more Indians.
Young, old, or
younger. I've got one role that I can't seem to fill, which is the nemesis for Salakta, the guy that killed his wife, Sitting Bear. And there's a battle between Salakta and Sitting Bear at Horseshoe Bend. And I need somebody to play the role of Sitting Bear.
Is Sitting Bear a young?
Kind of a young guy. He's about like in his 20s, 30s. But
yeah, I could see that being kind of a tough role to fill.
Yep.
But could you go to the like the Mel Gibsons and their people to bring in folks to fill that?
Oh, they'll redo the whole movie. I mean, there's no question.
So you okay? So to shoot the pilot, these people would just be in the pilot and maybe not in the big movie.
Right. There's a possibility they might pick up a few of these folks and put them in the movie, because some of them have acting credits. So if anybody's interested, I'll give you my phone number and you can contact me on Facebook. Anyway, this is my newest book right here that just came out Monday. I think that's The Infiltrators. It's the fourth in the Drew Brand series. I've written 21 novels so far.
21 novels.
And
wow.
Right now, I'm not writing anything because we're working on the movie.
Yeah.
We get through, I got to find something to write about.
Where do you stand with getting the movie put together? I mean, how close are you?
We've got 5 scenes that we've shot so far. We're going to have to reshoot one scene. We would have had 6. I was playing Andrew Jackson, and I'm not Andrew Jackson. I'm not an actor. I'm a writer. And they had me playing Andrew Jackson because the guy that was supposed to be there bailed, and we didn't have anybody. And so they said, well, why don't you play Andrew Jackson? I had the uniform, and I said, oh, okay. So I stepped in, and they said, no, you're not Andrew Jackson. I said, okay, that's good. I won't be in it.
Okay.
Not in that.
But you do what you have to do sometimes.
Yeah. They changed it. I'll be playing Dr. Camp at the end of the movie, where Salakta is sitting in a tavern telling his story. Dr. Camp wrote all this down. He was a white man that knew Slaughter personally and wrote his story down, and it ended up in the archives in the library in Talladega.
Wow.
And that's how I found out about it. But this Dr. Camp, he's sitting there in a tavern in Martisville, which used to be the county seat in Talladega.
Mm-hmm.
And Slaughter just telling the story to him. As soon as he gets through telling the story, he and Jim Fife leave drunk on their horses. He's leaning off his horse, hits a tree with his head and kills him in 1835.
You said Jim Fife?
Yep.
That's Jim Fife used to be
Touchdown
the Auburn
yeah.
color, the Auburn announcer.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And that's weird. And then Tom Roberts.
Yep.
I had a buddy named Tom Roberts. This was weird. You got different people names.
Yep. Those are common names, pretty
common
much.
names, yeah.
Yeah.
I would think some of your colleges with their drama departments, I would think that there's a lot of folks there that, they're itching.
Yeah, I tried to recruit some folks from the drama department in Sylacauga,
Mm-hmm.
but they weren't interested. And I said, okay, fine.
The high school?
It was, they got a drama club up there in Sylacauga.
Okay.
They put on plays. I thought, well, there's actors right there, I thought, well, maybe they'll work. Nah, that's all right. They don't want to be involved. That's their loss.
Mm-hmm. Well, this could be a game changer for you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So if they can go Cabot Barden, would that be the best place? Just go on Facebook and contact you there.
Yeah, you can contact me there, or I can give you my phone number. Either one.
Why don't you throw you a number out there before you head out?
Okay, 469-207-5185. I know that's a Texas area code, but that's where I used to live anyway. I lived there for a year. But again, 469-207-5185 if you need to contact me about this movie. If you want one of my books, you can go to Amazon, Books for Me, or Barnes & Noble to get one of my books.
Are you doing any signing? Book signing these days coming up?
Yeah, a lot of Indian powwows. I did one at Ardmore back about 2 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
That was the last one I did.
Best of luck in this movie pilot. You're welcome. Stay in touch with me if you need to get back out here to invite folks again.
Okay, I appreciate it.
Your time could be your time to be a star. We'll be right back. Tell you what I got on my mind right now with Carlisle, downtown Alexander City. 3 things: pimento cheese, chicken salad, and egg and olive. Those 3 things are on my mind, and with a pickle, several pickles, with a lot of crackers, I'm talking about a half a sleeve of crackers. So check that out. Carlisle, downtown Alexander City.
Hillary Towers may very well be the Lake Martin area's best kept secret. An affordable senior citizens community located on Highway 22 East in Alexander City. Spacious 1-bedroom units are currently available. Great location, peaceful setting, comfortable living where pets are allowed and utilities are included. Call today for more information on the newly renovated Hillary Towers, 256-329-0552. 256-329-0552. Hillary Towers, 22 East, Alexander City.
For years, Tom Watley's been a name you can trust to represent you. And now you can depend on Tom Watley Law, LLC to handle all of your legal needs. Tom has over 20 years of practice in criminal defense, probate needs, and estate planning. Tom Watley Law supports the communities of Lee and Tallapoosa County and can handle all your legal needs or refer you to their network of specialty attorneys. When it counts, call Tom Watley Law, LLC at 334-559-3420 or online at tomwatleylaw.org. No representation is made that the quality of legal services to be provided is greater than that of other attorneys.
Dalton Insurance. Let's talk about it right now. My old buddy Tyler Dalton says this: whether you're retiring in 6 months or 6 years, Tyler's one-on-one insurance plan reviews make sure you're not overpaying and that you've got the coverage you need when aging into Medicare. Dalton Insurance has health care, Medicare, and life insurance. Call today, 334-489-3624.
If you haven't been to Big B Barbecue in Alex City, then you're missing the best barbecue around. Big B has everything from the best pulled or chopped pork, chicken, and beef to cheeseburgers and grilled chicken salads. Bring your friends and family out for a great dinner and sit outside on our beautiful patio, or sit inside and enjoy your meal by the fireplace. So come in and join us and enjoy the best barbecue in the area only at Big B Barbecue, located on Highway 22 West in Alex City.
At C&T Electric, our clients are our priority. For the safety and security of your family and home, our technicians are professionally trained, drug tested, background checked, and wear uniforms with name tags. We're proud to have served the Alex City, Dadeville, and Lake Martin areas for the past 10 years. Give us a call at 256-234-0007 for all your electrical service and repair needs, or visit us on the web at www.cntelectricllc.com and spell out the word "and."
If you listen carefully, you'll hear the roads of Alabama calling. And Sarah Honda has your answer. Serving you for over 40 years with one of the largest Honda and pre-owned inventories in the state, and the Sarah Promise. Our best deal when you buy or trade, a 72-hour exchange policy, a no-hassle trade-in promise. Written offers are good for 7 days. And our best service promise. Our factory-certified technicians help keep your vehicle running smoothly. That's why Alabama can be yours to discover in a new vehicle from Sarah Honda in Sylacauga.
Red Flag Pest Control is Central Alabama's best in pest control, with hometown service in Lake Martin and now the greater Montgomery area. When you see pests, throw down the red flag. Termites, bed bugs, carpenter bees, mosquitoes, or general pests. Red Flag gets the job done at the right price for your home or business. At Lake Martin, call 888-943-0353 or in Montgomery, 334-265-1831. Red Flag, the best in pest control in Central Alabama.
Look here, we just throw him right out there to the dogs. Speaking of the dog himself, a former golf coach at CACC, the one and only Coach Dave Jennings.
How are you, sir?
Man, let me check your hand again. It's good to see you.
Great to see you too.
It's
Great
been a
to
while.
see
You
Yeah.
just had a birthday recently, and
I
I
know
said,
it.
well, while I'm here, why don't you come on out and sit with us one morning? Here
You surprised me. You surprised
Well, it's
me.
been
with
a
that.
while.
Yeah, it's been a while, and I've got about nothing to report. So
good. We got plenty to talk about.
Yeah, right.
My notes and his notes over there. We got plenty to talk about.
No, it's all on Scott and you. I just keep on paying into that Social Security.
Yeah.
Would you?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I got
we'll
a
get that
raise
next Wednesday.
I mean, how was it getting up? I mean, this morning.
That's a story. So when I was coaching, I was up about 4:30 every morning.
Really? Why
Yes.
so early?
I just had stuff on my mind,
Okay,
and then
yeah.
I would go to the computer and I'd start working, and it was either writing for Lake Martin Living,
Yep.
or something corresponding with something. I was the president of the Golf Coaches Association for a while, and so anyway, I was up so doggone early, and I thought, man, retirement. Adios, waking up early. I ain't doing that anymore. Well, I get, you get in that pattern, and it takes you a while to where you can actually sleep in. Well, I got to where I was sleeping at about 8:30, 9 o'clock.
Really?
I didn't have a
Really?
problem with that.
No, good for you.
I'm sitting on my front porch, and this little kitten comes up, and I've never been a cat person, ever in my life.
All it took was one meow.
This cat, and I didn't feed it the first day, and my next door neighbor started feeding it. So we never got rid of the cat, but the cat was just a loving cat. And I just finally said, Bobby, you going to keep this
Bobby
cat? And he
Martin.
said, yep.
Not you, Big Bob.
And he said, no, I'm not keeping this cat. And I said, well, I'm going to adopt it. So it adopted me, but it wakes me up from 5 to 5:30, just walking on my face.
I be darned.
You know, and
really.
he's a talker. Mm-hmm. He's a talker. And so, you know, there's just absolutely no sleeping when he says,
Get up.
"Just
So
get
how
up."
long's that been? How long you had the cat?
A year, let's see, November will be 2 years. So a year and a half in it, man.
So you went from-
anyway, sleeping is not.
What's the cat's name?
Well, he kind of just poofed up. Sort of like, you know, a puff of smoke, and I called him Smoke.
Smoke.
Okay.
He's a
What color?
he is a blue, I think they're called blue Russian cats. And talks. Yes, it wouldn't be a bad one either. would it? But just talks. Just will not stop talking.
So he just
Except for
wandered
when I'm
up.
asleep. He just wandered up, and you know, I looked in the, you know, everywhere I could to make sure it wasn't someone's cat, and they were, you know, and I did Facebook and everything to see.
Nobody claimed.
Nobody claimed it.
Oh,
so
Smoke. Well, that was meant to be.
I guess so, but I sure would like. I mean, I think I'd just take a little vacation away from Smoke to get some sleep. So that would be nice.
Let me tell you what, he mentioned his neighbor, Bobby Martin. I grew up, of course, with my brother Reggie, grew up with Bobby and that whole crew, and I've always thought the world of him, and I still do. You got a good neighbor. There.
You know, he's in his 80s.
Yeah.
And he whips me as far as getting his yard. I mean, he's walk mowing. And
He used to be a big walker. I mean, getting out of exercise. I don't know if he still does.
I don't know. I don't know, but Bobby is.
He's 80 or 81 because he's my brother Reggie's age.
Yeah.
So he's 80 or 81.
And his son, Rob.
Where does Rob live?
He lives in Dallas area.
Really?
He is an attorney.
I didn't know that.
He went to,
Wow.
I think he went to, is it George Washington University?
Dang.
Really, really bright, and he's got, he's given Bobby three grandchildren.
Real good for him.
And anyway, it just, and Rob, the first time I met Rob, you know, Bobby's ex-wife used to teach a little bit. She used to teach at the high school, but then she also taught a little bit at CAP.
Right.
And that's where I met her.
I believe she's in real estate now.
Lee.
Lee is down in Florida, Gulf Shores, is it? And anyway, I was getting ready to do a U.S. Open qualifier, and you got to walk, and I was not going to tote my bag and walk, and so I knew she had a son. I said, "Do you think Rob would like to caddy for me?" She said, "Well, I'll ask him." So she did, and he did, and he's just a great guy.
So this is way back when?
This is way back when, yeah. So, but so
small world.
Yeah, yeah. But I love Bobby. Bobby's just about as good as they come.
You're exactly right. So way back when you met Rob, and lo and behold, you wind up living right next to his dad. I be darned.
Isn't that wild?
So
Yeah.
how long's he been out in Dallas? I didn't know he was.
I would have to guess about 8 years. Maybe longer than that. Golly, his kids are getting.
Oh, I know. Rob was.
It doesn't take any time for 15 years
No.
or 8 years to go, does it?
How long have you? How long's it been since you left the college?
It's now almost 3 years.
Wow.
And it's wild, but I tell you what, I miss so much of coaching.
Sure. What was
You
your
know, the
life?
coaching part and the kids, that's the easy part. Dealing with the state garbage, you know, and some of their stuff, I and fundraising, thank gosh. But I really miss working with the kids in the player development and getting them to transfer. But
you had a great success there, man.
I tell you what, the most successful thing is I've got now about 120 close friends who were my former players.
Wow.
That's
strong.
Yeah, that's awesome.
How many of them are pros right now? Several, I'm sure.
There's about, Well, there's one that Chase Seifert, and he's got a bad knee right now, so he's working out of that. But he made it to the PGA Tour and was doing fairly well until he got this injury. Then he tried to work through it. And of course, you don't, as a professional athlete, you don't,
Yeah.
So unless you're Japanese pitcher playing for the Dodgers, and you can hit. But Chase is. I checked on Chase, and he's still working, but working on getting that knee so he can get back. But I've got a few guys that went out there and gave it a good shot. But to think that they have children as stupid as they were when they were playing for me just scares the living daylights out of me. I swear. But there is not a species dumber than a 15 to 25-year-old boy.
Oh, we've been there. Yeah.
I mean, bless their hearts.
But
bless their hearts. But then they start, it's like little Christmas lights come on, and they go, "Dad, you're not as dumb as I thought you were."
Yeah.
So
you coaching all those years, and you're still involved in golf now, and we're gonna talk more about that with the coach. Coach Dave Jennings. We'll come back. Doc's Cafe, of course, they're located downstairs at Russell Medical, and you're going to love Doc's, and they change up, every now and then they'll just change up the menu, and that's exactly what Cat LaFoy did today. Now, let me see, in fact, this is their menu for today. No, that's not it. Here it is, because they changed it up. Salisbury steak or spare ribs. They were going to have pecan chicken, so they're going to have Salisbury steak or spare ribs, collard greens, french fries, mac and cheese, baked beans, loaded baked potato, and don't forget about Laura's bar is back, so you don't know what's going to be there. And also their salad bar, too, at Doc's Cafe, Russell Medical.
At Central Alabama Community College, we provide a quality education that will set you up for success. Whether you're pursuing a degree or advancing your career with technical training, CAC offers premier programs at 4 campuses in Alexander City, Childersburg, Prattville, and Talladega. From industrial, electronics to machining, our students are prepared for the workforce or further education. At CAC, you'll enjoy vibrant campus life, exciting athletics, and personalized support, all at an affordable price. Your future starts here at CAC. Apply today. Ready for an unforgettable escape? Jump into adventure at Lake Martin, Alabama. From thrilling water sports to peaceful fishing spots, it's love at first bite every time you cast your line. Want more excitement? Catch an event with our vibrant festivals, concerts, and fishing tournaments all year long. And when the sun sets, dive downtown to discover local shops, delicious dining, and warm southern hospitality. Explore Lake Martin, where every moment is an adventure waiting to happen.
The Morris Haynes Law Firm focuses on representing those who have been injured or mistreated by the wrongful acts of others. We have offices in Ellick City and Birmingham, but we have been calling Ellick City home for over 30 years. If you find yourself in need of a lawyer, give us a call at Morris Haynes, 256-329-2000. We would be honored to help you.
Visit our new locations in Gadsden and Oxford today.
Ivy Creek Healthcare is excited to showcase their newest clinic, Ivy Creek Family Care of Lake Martin, located conveniently near the main entrance to Stillwater's on Highway 49 South in Dadeville. Ivy Creek Family Care of Lake Martin is an urgent care with walk-ins welcome. Whether you need lab work, x-rays, or immediate care, find comfort here at Ivy Creek Family Care of Lake Martin. Ivy Creek, here when you need us most. 256-827-5379.
Let's get serious. Let's get Arctic Air serious. You want your car and truck to live longer, don't you? Well, it's about maintenance. Same thing with Arctic Air. You see the number at the bottom of the screen? Call them right now. Let me tell you something. You want to be comfortable? We all want to be comfortable.
Hello, this is Scotty Gordon at Cornerstone Insurance. Are you tired of paying too much for your home and auto insurance? If so, give us the opportunity to help you. At Cornerstone, we have 3 goals for all of our clients: asset protection, affordable pricing, and superior customer service. Come by and give us a call today to see what we can save you. 153 Alabama Street, 256-409-2299.
$74 degrees outside. Let's talk about the weather right now because it's going to be another warm day in the south. 91 for a high today. Partly cloudy skies, no rain. Tonight, still a kind of a warm night, 72, mostly clear. Going into the rest of the week, it's looking like this. Tomorrow, the high tomorrow, 91, slight chance of rain, 71. Then we'll have a little cooling trend Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, but got chances of rain Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Upper 80s, mid to upper 80s, low 70s. Then back on Sunday, well, slight chance of rain, high of 90, low of 71. There's your 5-day forecast brought to you by our friends at
Top Gun Pest Control, Highway 280 in Alexander City.
Let's do another one of those clues right here. The keys to summer, looking like this. Don't stop your hunt for a vacation. There's one final key on the ground at the entrance of the Imagination Station. The other 3 should be easy. They can be found around the courthouse downtown. One hanging in a tree about 5 feet high in the back, another in a basket behind the memorial for vets, and last of them all tied to a flagpole just outside the square. So I'm just going to read that one time because I think you know exactly where to go. So go. These clues are killing me.
Who writes these clues?
You know, I don't know because I'm scared he signs mine and your check, so I don't want to say anything. I don't want to. If you just join us, Coach Dave Jennings, a former coach at Central Alabama Community College, retired. Do you wish you had stayed on another day or two, or you glad you are where you are?
No, I think this was good for me. They've got. I referred the guy that replaced me, and I didn't make a real good decision. We didn't really talk this out. He was a fellow that worked for me in Atlanta years ago, loves golf and had been a pretty good golfer. And he came over and he had been an entrepreneur. He had actually been a property manager for 25 years.
Right.
And working for yourself versus working for a state entity is like, night and day.
Right.
So he decided that he wanted to back out, and so he did. And they've replaced him with just a really good guy with a lot of energy, Daniel Brown. Daniel Allen. I'm sorry, Danny Brown.
He was a good golfer,
He was a
He's a
doggone
blessed
good
memory, and he's
golfer.
my friend, too. Did you ever play golf with Danny Brown?
Pardon me?
Did you ever play golf with Danny Brown? Attorney.
He was a couple of years older than I.
Right.
And he played in a bunch of, I grew up in Montgomery,
Right.
and he played in a bunch of tournaments there. Of course, with his red hair and his personality, you were not going to be within a quarter mile without knowing Danny Brown was going to be there, especially a younger Danny Brown, right?
Yeah.
And he was just he was always so pleasant to me.
You're right. He was a gentleman.
He and I never really hung out outside of every time we saw each other, exchanged niceties and all that kind of stuff. And
that was him.
But he was a player. He was a good player. And when I moved here, and I think we bumped into each other at the Cherokee Pure Station. Just boom. Danny Brown, David Jennings yesterday.
Really? I'll be darned.
But what a great guy. But Daniel Allen, who is now the coach, is doing a killer job.
Mm-hmm.
He loves what he does.
You got to.
He has a passion for it. He played college golf. I think Danny's probably 30-ish. I'm not sure. We've gone out and had an adult beverage a couple of times, and we talk. And he'll call me every now and again and ask me about procedures about certain things, and I said, now that this is 3 years back, and they probably made 6 changes since I left. But just a great guy. Heck, they had 8 wins last year. They won 8 times out of 13 tournaments, which is phenomenal.
But he had some big shoes to fill. Whoever took Dave Jennings' place had big shoes to fill.
I had a good run, but I tell you what, I had just so much support from the people in this town, the community from this town.
They believed in you, Dave.
Well, and the alumni were fantastic. Faculty and staff were good. Kiwanis was awful nice to us. Fundraising, it was great, and it fit my personality and my my background.
What was your life?
So you're going to be pretty good. You put me hosting Front Porch, and they're going to close this sucker down.
They talk about it every day.
But you'd have to wear a wig, and
that would you're right about it. Yeah.
Believe me, I said Dave's gonna be on tomorrow. So I just can't come out here with regular clothes on, so I got to get ready. So I was a big Payne Stewart fan.
Wasn't he?
I mean, he was just he was a cool dresser, good golfer, but died tragically.
God,
I mean, awful. I don't think I've ever heard. Now, tell me if I'm wrong. Their cockpit, the plane's cockpit, all of them had
the pressure. Depressurized, whatever the word is.
They lost pressure.
So they were dead for a while, I guess, right?
He was on autopilot, and they knew that they actually sent a military jet to fly with them to look in there.
Yeah.
I mean,
wow.
and the pilot, I'm supposing that a co-pilot was flying. Anyway, he was down like this.
Wow.
And they knew that, bingo.
But it was anything they could do. The ones flying with them.
You don't shoot them down, right? I mean, but where in the world, my gosh, if that hits a building in New York, we got another problem.
Were they able to help guide it down?
No, they were just
there.
Lucky it crashed when no one was hurt.
That's exactly right, Scott. Yeah.
It was such a tragedy because it's something you don't hear something like that very often.
Right.
Did you ever meet him? Or did he ever meet you?
Now he played when he got out of college. I can't remember where it might have been SMU. I can't remember where he went to college, but when he got out of college, he went to Europe and played the European tour.
I didn't know it.
And played with a fella who I know pretty well, who did some things in Atlanta. So that's how he and I knew. I met Payne a couple of times, but I swear to you, when I would go practice, when I was younger and would go practice, I would just envision his golf swing for tempo, because he just had, it was smooth as silk, just as smooth as he was dressing and walking. And his personality went right into his golf swing, and so I would just see that. For me, the tempo and timing are two of the biggest things that I try and teach people, that they've got to have good tempo and good timing in their golf swing. And he was fantastic with the speed.
Wow.
The other thing that I used as a guide for tempo and timing was the very beginning of Black Magic Woman. There's that keyboard. Da, 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 da.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
and I'd
yeah.
have that go through my mind, and I'd go do that anyway.
You're weird.
I know.
That's why I love you.
But, oh shoot! Yeah.
I have a golfing question. So, I'm gonna just ignore him for a little bit.
Yeah.
I love this guy.
Growing up, professional golfers, it's kind of like tennis too. We knew every player out there, and now there's so many. It's hard to keep up with so many of them. But we knew the Nicholas and Trevino and Chi-Chi and
Right.
all the big names
Right.
growing up, and they had characters.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
really
you're
don't have
right.
characters right now.
Yeah.
They're all basically the same. Is
John Daly.
Oh yeah. I mean that kind of guy's gone, right?
Yeah. I mean,
but you're right, Scott.
Their characters are out there.
Is it an age thing, Scott?
It may be that we're so much older than the golfers now, and growing up, we looked up to those guys, you know. Yeah.
Well, you think about when we were young, those guys were out there, and I swear you could work full time at a fast food joint and make what they made back then. I mean, I remember when Palmer broke $100,000 a year, you know, making that much money in a year. So they were, and then you go down 50 spots, and that guy's not making hardly, barely making expenses.
So we don't we don't ever hear that.
Yeah, I mean, but today, the top 125 retain their card for the following year, right? The top 125 money makers. Well, the guy that finishes 130th, he's still making over $1 million a year.
Really? Yeah,
Yes.
they're all making money.
They're making killer
the
money, but
endorsements and-
here's something that's kind of funny. There's they have a team. They've got their swing coach. They got their mental coach. They've got their personal physical trainers. You don't see a whole lot of fat guys out there.
I need to talk to that mental coach for him. Hey, we'll be right back. The city of Alexander City is now hiring. And you know what? They will always be now hiring. They're looking for a mechanic, a welder. All right, guys, gals. Fleet maintenance department. They're looking for somebody there. Benefits. A lot of us work for really no benefits. Well, you got them at the Alex City, working for the city of Alexander City. Get in touch with them today.
When you need an automotive hero, you got to call S&S Discount Tire Pros. With locations in Alexander City and Dayville, we are here to serve you today. From quick services like oil changes and tire rotations to in-depth automotive repairs such as suspensions, brakes, and tune-ups, S&S can take care of all your tire needs. You just have to focus on what's important and love the drive. Call S&S Discount Tire Pros today. We are automotive heroes, and we are here to serve you.
I'm Joseph Dean with Lake Martin Funeral Home and Cremation in Dadeville. We are located at 16797 Highway 280, which is on the corner of 280 and 49 North. With an on-site crematory in Opelika and a cemetery in Tallapoosa County, we are a full-service funeral home. To get in touch with us, feel free to come by or call us, 256-750-0381. And for any other questions, you can visit the website at lakemartinfuneralhome.com.
Benton, clearing, and grading is Cody and LD Benton, and they got your job in sight. Moving dirt is a clean job to them. Clearing a lot for your home or business is what they do, and they do it right. Call LD or Cody today at 256-397-2531 or 397-2532 for a quote today. I promise you, they'll do the job right. That's Benton Clearing and Grading.
2025 RVs are here. Be the first to see the latest and greatest from your favorite manufacturers and lock in special show pricing at your local Camping World. '25 RVs are here. Be the first to see the latest and greatest from your favorite manufacturers and lock in special show pricing at your local Camping World.
Thunderbolt Lightfoot at Oscar's Cafe on Highway 49 South in Dadeville, Alabama is looking to see you today. Now let me tell you, they got great food. They've always had great food all these years. Now they still got that atmosphere. They still got that service. They still cater. Let me stop right there. 15 to 415 they can handle. So give them a call today at Oscar's Highway 49 South in Dadeville. 256-825-4827.
There's only one clear choice in the Lake Martin area for plumbing, heating, and air. That's All Clear Plumbing and Air. Our professionally trained technicians offer full service repair and installation on all major brands. From drips to water heaters, thermostats to entire air conditioning and heating systems, and everything in between. Our fast, reliable, and guaranteed top-notch customer service will keep you informed and up to speed through the entire process. Call us today or look for us on Facebook and Instagram at All Clear Plumbing and Air, 256-496-2056. License number 19172.
Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply is your headquarters for all the brands contractors know best. We are your local home improvement store with 9 convenient locations throughout central Alabama. We have a huge selection of Weber and Traeger, Pelican coolers, Milwaukee and DeWalt tools, and other top brands. No matter the project, we have you covered with our high-quality lumber and building supplies. From do-it-yourselfers to seasoned pros, Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply has what you need to get the job done.
Good morning to the girls at Merle Norman, downtown Alexander City on Calhoun Street, inside the square. Robin and Vicky say, come on in here. We've got this new cheek crayon in Cozy Cocoa. It's backed by popular demand. This warm, buildable shade is perfect for contouring and adding definition to your little cheekbones. Now get that sculpted look with ease today at Merle Norman Cosmetics, downtown Alexander City. Coach is with us out here, Coach Dave Jennings. You a mess, you know that? That's why I don't know when we met, but from the first time we met, it's one of those, you're one of those people, I felt like I'd known you all my life.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
He didn't say the feeling was mutual.
No, he didn't. He didn't say it was great knowing you all my life either. It just, you're one of the armpits that I have to run across.
But really, it's always been a genuine friendship.
Yes, sir.
I take it that way, even though as much as we cut up and carry on, I know what you did for this community, and you love this community. You weren't from this community, but you are now.
I ain't leaving. I'm just not leaving.
Mm-hmm.
We've talked about this. I've been on with you 15, 20 times on the show, and probably every time I talk about that my dad was a Marine Corps colonel and career. So we were all over the place, and I never really had a home, I never lived growing up any place that for more than 2.5 years. And as an adult, from all that, I never unpacked everything because I knew I was going to be moving, right? So I kept boxes. So
you lived out of a box.
I lived out of a box, but so I've been here since 01, and to me,
years.
and I've lived in the same house next to Bobby for I guess it's been 16 years.
Really?
So I
right across from where I was raised.
Yeah, that's right.
That's funny. God, I didn't realize it'd been that long.
Yeah, but I don't, I
This is
really don't
home.
want to
So
go
you got
anywhere.
roots in the ground here now.
I really do. I tell you what, in this town, when I was sick, when I had cancer, this town was so good to me.
Oh,
They
I know.
were so,
We're there. We're there now. I know
the
exactly.
cancer center is fabulous.
I agree with you 100%.
I tell you, I haven't asked for their permission to say what doctors were really good to me.
Sure.
Outside, I'm Dr. Yielding, who was here, and he works one day in Sylacauga. I'd run up there for when it came back, and he squashed it. He squashed it with some mega chemo cocktails. But but this place was so good to me.
Yeah.
I can't imagine being anyplace else.
Let me ask you something. What did cancer do to your career?
I worked every day through treatment. I never missed a day.
Really?
I tell you what was amazing.
Wow.
I was hosting our national championship in Huntsville during this, and when you're on those radiation things, it's every day, right? I had a player who fortunately was pretty well-to-do, who owned a plane, and his brother flew it. He flew me from Huntsville back here so I could have radiation treatment and chemo treatment, and then back. and back.
Wow. That's somebody that thinks the world of Coach Dave Jennings.
Well, I was coaching his son, so now if he had to pay tuition, it wouldn't have changed. He wouldn't have freaked out about paying his light bill, right? But they were just extremely good to me.
Wow.
So
Never heard that.
it was really neat. But get back to your question. What did you ask me about?
Well, I just, what did it do to your career? Because
okay.
chemo, I mean, I've seen what it did
I'll tell you,
to Ellen.
I could not, during this treatment, I also had the opportunity of coaching Team USA in Spain at the University Golf Championship. Forgot what the title of that. That's terrible. But I was in Spain, and I couldn't walk the length of this building without kind of giving out some. So I was the first person that they ever let use a golf cart. And so
I'll be darned. In
so
Spain.
I was, my endurance wasn't what it was.
I know.
And
how long did it take you to get it back?
well, when I hit the wall the second time I had cancer, when he got rid of it, that chemo will eat at you, right? And I was sitting in my living room, and I said, David, if you don't get up, you're going to die. And so I just got up and I went to Walmart. I parked my car. I walked to the front door, and I was exhausted. And I stopped. I stopped for a minute, and then I walked about to the registers where the old registers were, and I was tired. I walked about halfway through, and I said, that's enough. And so I crept back, and that became my barometer. I went there every day to see if I could walk further.
I'll be darned.
And
Look at you, man, you did it yourself.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah, the rehab from that, yeah.
So how long were you on chemo? First time, and then the second
The
time?
first time I was on this bio chemo, which wasn't as drastic as, but I did 40 radiation treatments and this other chemo. It didn't beat me up as much as when they put the port in and did the thing. That beat me down. And it was only 6 treatments. I did those once a month, but the first couple were not bad. In fact, the first couple, that next day, I could go play 36 holes of golf.
Really?
Because it's got steroids in it.
Oh, yeah.
And you were just, get out of my way. I got this. You're right. And then about 2 days after, then you're starting to feel like, I can't even eat beanie weenies. But
did it affect your eating habits? The chemo and radiation. What you could eat, what you couldn't eat.
Well, through the radiation, because it was in my throat, I was on a feeding tube for almost a year.
Good gracious.
And so I was feeding myself Boost and all that stuff through that.
Golly.
And I lost a bunch of weight with that. But yeah, and because I couldn't, everything I ate was metallic tasting.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, I had the best doctors, but I am so blessed. I mean, this was the same cancer that Pat Sullivan died of, and Hubert Green, the golfer. And you know what? They both called me.
Really?
Yeah, they reached out to me.
Wow.
Which was phenomenal. And
just say, hey, you go beat this?
Well, you know, and here's the cool thing, and you know from recent
Ellen's going
experience.
through it right now. It's tough.
You know, there's things that it does to your body, and you don't know if that's normal.
Right.
And so if you can talk to someone who's gone through it, and they could say, don't worry, this is not going to last forever. You know, I had that issue. And that's I think God said, okay, I'm going to let you be okay, but you're going to talk to folks.
Yeah.
And I reached out to about 20, 30 people that I heard that had very similar situations where we're getting chemo, and said, don't worry, you know, that chemo is going to bother you, but you'll recover as you get weaned off of it. I mean, God's good. God heals you. Right?
Oh boy! In prayers, they do work. Coach Dave Jennings with us. We're gonna come back. I hate to wrap it up, but we're going to. Let's go down to Friday on the Green. Of course, you say, when is that? Well, it's Friday night, for crying out loud. It's free. It's 6:30 to 8:30. Daniel and McDaniel, you've heard them around here. They've been playing around here forever. Again, Friday on the Green, 6:30 to 8:30, Russell Crossroads, this coming Friday night, and it's free.
The clock is ticking on the spectacular pre-owned truck sale now in progress at Glenn Smith in Opelika. Chevy, Ford, GMC, and Dodge trucks and Toyota trucks too. Full size and heavy duty, smaller trucks, work trucks. Prices and payments on all pre-owned trucks have been slashed. This is your chance to get a clean late model used truck at the price you want. And during the sale, special finance rates are now in effect. This sale may end at any time. One location only, Glenn Smith in Opelika, Alabama.
Banner Building Summer Sale is happening right now. No money down, no payments for 90 days, plus 12 months with zero interest now through August 31st on all portable wood and aluminum sheds, carports, garages, and barns built on site or delivered during the summer sales event happening right now at Banner Buildings, 4011 Warm Springs Road in Columbus, or online at bannerbuildingsga.com. Better buildings, better prices, Banner Buildings of Columbus.
Cloud9 is a lifestyle boutique downtown Alexander City. We're right on Main Street next to Carlisle's, and we're open from 10 to 5 Monday through Friday and 10 to 2 on Saturdays. We offer a variety of items ranging from ladies' clothing from size extra small to 2XL. We have baby clothes including newborn gifts. We have wedding registries and the beloved Diva Wash. If you know, you know. Follow us on social media and come see us today on Main Street.
Summertime is a special time. Time on the water, time away from work, and more time with family and friends. Make sure your heart is ready for the season with an appointment at the UAB Heart and Vascular Clinic at Russell Medical. I'm Dr. Kevin Sublett, and our entire clinic is dedicated to keeping your heart healthy. We're right here in your own community and backed by the knowledge and expertise of UAB Medicine. Make an appointment today by calling 256-234-2644 or visit uabmedicine.org/heartrussell.
Presley Appliance and Furniture, located on Cherokee Road in Alexander City, is locally owned and operated with over 35 years of experience in the appliance and furniture business. Specializing in Amana, Whirlpool, KitchenAid, and Ashley Furniture, Presley Appliance services what they sell and will make sure you receive top-notch customer service. Call them today at 256-329-9762 or drop by to see them on Cherokee Road in Alexander City. Presley Appliance and Furniture, where they service what they sell.
Hey, we're Kevin and Courtney Hall. I'm a lifelong member of First Baptist Dable. My wife joined me after we got married. We really enjoyed First Baptist because it is a biblical congregation and very community-minded. Come join us.
Carlisle Heating and Air says it's tune-up time for your HVAC system. Having your unit tuned up increases energy efficiency and can reduce the wear and tear on your unit. Call Carlisle Heating and Air today at 256-234-0019 for a price. Serving the Lake Martin area, Alexander City, Dadeville, Jackson Gap, and Goodwater. Don't get hot, be cool. Call Carlisle Heating and Air today at 256-234-0019. Don't get hot, be cool.
Coach Dave Jennings, I'm going to speak for Scott Blake right now. This has been a treat. This has been a treat.
Thank you.
Major treat.
Does it scare you when he's going to speak for you?
Yes. I'm glad there was only a minute left.
Don't you come back to see us. Don't you come back to see us.
Yes.
Hope y'all come back to see us tomorrow. Kane Presley, great job.
Great
Ryan
job today,
Fuller,
Kane.
get well soon. We'll see y'all tomorrow.